fucking car to drive. And you talking shit about me? Shut the up. Y'all don't even got a fucking house to wash your ass. And then you talking shit about me? Shut the up.
Even like with my children, love my children. All four of my children are adults. And I told them, listen, no more handouts. No more handouts. You can't.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter is speaking out after reports claimed her father cut off her financial support. Facing criticism for depending on her parents, she insists there is nothing wrong with receiving help from family. She has also fueled speculation by suggesting Floyd's decision may be linked to financial problems of his own.
What did you want? I want the same thing for my son. I don't want him to ever have to work. Why does that bother so much? Why is that always being thrown in my face like that's such a bad thing? It's not a.
During a recent podcast appearance, Floyd Mayweather Jr. explained his current approach to supporting his children. He stated that he can no longer continue providing money whenever they request it, emphasizing that he wants them to become financially independent and build success on their own rather than rely on his fortune.
Money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money, I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, from here on out, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same.
Following reports that her allowance was stopped, Yaya Mayweather sparked discussion by saying she would like to experience working a traditional 9-to-5 job. The comments quickly drew skepticism, with critics questioning whether someone raised in luxury could realistically adapt to the challenges of an ordinary workplace.
The story about Yaya Mayweather, right? So Yaya Mayweather is the daughter of Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
Obviously, Floyd Mayweather, world-time iconic boxer, made $1 billion in his lifetime. Money team. I seen her, and I was kind of torn. At first, everybody was like going at her, "Ha! Oh my God, y'all going broke!" But I'm like,
never.
You know, I wasn't really mad at what she was saying. So basically, she was saying, lately, I've been bored, so bored, I was thinking about getting a job just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun.
Now, for full context, she's been rich her whole life.
Oh, like, yeah, she's a Nepo baby. She's
a Nepo.
She is the example of what it looks like to just only know lavish, only know luxury, only know the finest of the finest.
And then her dad is Floyd, so all he do is, like, he got floss, he got 100 cars, he got all of this, they fly in a private jet.
Right.
So her whole life is luxury, and she probably has never had to struggle or had any type of adversity. She don't know, she can't relate to anybody. This is probably why she can't create no products or services to monetize her stardom, because she really don't.
The debate has also raised questions about Yaya Mayweather's understanding of financial responsibility. Critics argue that growing up around wealth does not automatically teach money management. Budgeting, saving, and investing are skills that must be learned, and without them, even substantial wealth can disappear. The conversation has expanded into a broader discussion about wealthy families, where inherited fortunes are often lost due to poor financial education and a lack of discipline.
You know what's up? These little girls don't know how to do nothing. And she's sitting on lines about, I'm bored. And y'all can say, well, her daddy rich, but like, well, what if something happens to her father? Oh, we got trust funds. Okay, cool. He may have trust funds. But does she know how to budget money? Does she know how to make money? Does she know the value of money? That empire, that estate is going to be gone. And statistics show that 85% of second wealth generators from their parents go broke because they don't understand how to manage it. Which means there's a few reasons. Either we spent too much time making it, we didn't have time to educate our kids on it, and so we just gave them everything. Or two, they just don't give a damn. They just entitled, spoiled ass.
Yaya Mayweather has frequently rejected comparisons between her lifestyle and that of the average person. As the daughter of boxing icon Floyd Mayweather Jr., she grew up surrounded by wealth and opportunities that few people experience. Because of that upbringing, she argues that judging her by the same standards as someone from a completely different financial background is unfair.
Stop. Literally. Y'all have to
even the people that y'all comparing me to, they have to stop, okay, comparing themselves to me. Because listen, you cannot, y'all have to stop comparing me to people who wear fake designer stuff, okay? Let's start there. Who wear fake designer stuff. Baby, I'm walking into designer stores, Neiman Saks to get my stuff. They're not. They're getting these from these little boutiques, whatever. Let's start there. Now, then we're gonna go to stop comparing me to people who rent exotic cars, foreign cars. Baby, every car I drive, best believe, is paid for. Not rented, paid for. In my last name.
As Yaya continues defending her right to receive support from her parents, speculation surrounding Floyd Mayweather's finances has intensified. According to claims shared online, Floyd filed a lawsuit earlier this year alleging that a former associate scammed him out of approximately $175 million. The accusations involved diverted funds, questionable jewelry transactions, a missing private jet, and disputed real estate deals, adding another layer of controversy to an already complicated situation.
Week for Floyd Mayweather, let's go. So now he has filed a $175 million lawsuit against his business partner, Jonah Regnitz. So the name should be familiar to you. He has been described as Floyd Mayweather's right-hand man for decades. Also, he has been named in several lawsuits with Floyd for them being involved in scams themselves. The lawsuits include allegations for fake exhibition fights, allegations for unpaid jet bills, unpaid jewelry, unpaid services provided. But in turn, now Floyd is suing him and saying, hey, I never saw this stuff. You have scammed me out of jewelry. You have scammed me out of money. You've scammed me out of real estate. And so this is a big, massive lawsuit, guys. What's also interesting is Floyd has had an interesting support for the Israel community. Jonah Regnitz is a member of a prominent Jewish Orthodox family. I'm curious if he's going to continue to have the same set of support. I'm also curious to say what if he's going to prevail in the other lawsuits. Is this a way for him to get out of it, or these false allegations against?
In the lawsuit, Mayweather alleges that his former associate, Jonah Regnitz, gradually gained influence over key areas of his financial and business affairs. According to the claims, Regnitz operated as a trusted advisor and managed important financial matters on Floyd's behalf for several years.
Probably the richest and one of the most dominant boxers in the history of the sport. But now, Floyd is stepping into the courtroom to fight for money he claims that he was never paid, and he wants justice on his terms. So let's talk details. Let me tell you about the loss.
Dana White has also commented on reports surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s legal and financial issues, suggesting that he may be willing to offer assistance to the boxing legend if needed.
Filed a lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza, claiming they helped his former advisor, Al Heyman, misappropriate a huge chunk of his fight earnings to the tune of $340 million. Mayweather says the money is still missing and unaccounted for, and he's now suing Showtime and Espinoza for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud. Ooh, that's a serious accusation there. Conversion, unjust enrichment, and he's seeking punitive damage on top of the missing $340 million. So why is Floyd suing him, and what is he claiming? Well, Floyd argues that during his legendary career, where he generated $1 billion in revenue plus and pay-per-view money, a significant portion of the funds that he made through those events, through his fights, didn't make it into his hands because they were funneled through accounts controlled by his then advisor.
Well, yeah, look, I can't say too much about it. The lawyers have asked me not to, but obviously Floyd is looking for $340 million, which he, I think, supposedly discovered 10 years later is missing. I think you can tell by my tone what my thoughts are about that. And look, all I can say is I'm confident in the legal process. I'm confident about what the facts are going to show, and I look forward to this playing out in court so everybody can see exactly what is true and exactly what where the money went. Because if you look at the how my career has played out, I spent my career going back to representing both Mike Tyson and Oscar De La Hoya. I've spent my career making sure that fighters are treated fairly and have gotten compensated fairly. And I've never done anything, but that. And I think at the administration that I ran at Showtime was one that was very fighter friendly, and I stand by that. And I know reputation will continue to be that regardless of.
The lawsuit contains allegations involving missing money, unauthorized transactions, questionable investments, lost jewelry, and even the reported sale of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s private jet. Long regarded as one of the richest and most successful fighters in boxing history, Mayweather now finds himself pursuing legal action in an effort to recover what he claims is rightfully his. At the same time, reports suggest he has become involved in another dispute involving Showtime and longtime advisor Al Haymon. According to the allegations, Floyd believes significant sums connected to his boxing career were mishandled or withheld. He has filed a lawsuit claiming that hundreds of millions of dollars in earnings remain unaccounted for, making this one of the most significant legal battles of his career.
Know what the truth is fully in there. I know Steven Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the time. He was named him. I never was a fan of Espinoza. Again, I'm not afraid to say and not mince my words when I feel a certain way. And I've taken arrows for it, and of course I've also taken some praise for it. That people say, hey, Teddy's going to say what he feels. I was never a fan of him. I never thought he was a man that kept his word. I never thought he really did a great job over at Showtime. I mean, they put some good fights on because the fights were available, because the landscape made it available. Where there was, there was a lot of job shortages in the business, if you will, and people are eager, of course, to fight on a platform like Showtime if you're going to pay them. It's a lot of fighters available, and you didn't have to be talented to put on good fights at Showtimes. Like I said, there weren't a lot of places to go. There was a lot of unemployment. There were not a million places to go and get paid. So if there was a place, boom, there was a line of people waiting to get in.
Veteran boxing analyst Teddy Atlas noted that former Showtime executive Steven Espinoza was also named in Floyd's lawsuit. Atlas stated that he has long been critical of Espinoza and suggested that concerns about fighter compensation have existed within the boxing industry for years. He also argued that Floyd's ongoing legal actions may be linked to financial pressures created by his expensive lifestyle.
Mayweather is an example of the stupidity of living for the culture and trying to be relatable and trying to be this incredible icon or example of, look how much money I've made. He's blown it all, and now at 49 years old, he's got to go back into the boxing ring and continue to fight because he's in a lot of debt. And this is what I was trying to make the point to Cam Newton about, this whole I'm doing it for the culture. What has doing it for the culture ever got?
Former ESPN writer Jason Whitlock has claimed that Floyd Mayweather Jr. spent heavily to maintain his celebrity image and remain relevant in the public eye. According to Whitlock, those spending habits may have contributed to financial difficulties, and he suggested that Floyd could eventually consider returning to competition to generate additional income.
Amount of money, money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like, there's all these lawsuits, like he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that, and it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where he shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. He gotta show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car. And look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that shit. Like, boy, that money goes quick.
Despite earning more money than nearly any boxer in history, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has faced increasing speculation about his finances due to years of extravagant spending. Known for luxury cars, private jets, expensive jewelry, and lavish properties, Floyd built a brand around wealth and success. Critics argue, however, that maintaining such a lifestyle comes with enormous costs, sparking broader conversations about how quickly fortunes can shrink without careful financial planning and long-term management.
With Floyd right now, about the money issues, coming back, like, what do you think about stuff like that? What's your thoughts on that?
You know, I try not to get in too much of that kind of stuff because, right, people could talk about, oh, Floyd broke and Floyd this. Man, even if, let's just say, coincidentally, Floyd broke. Floyd broke ain't like everybody else broke, bro. Like, Floyd broke is a different type of broke. Like, Floyd broke is our super rich at the end of the day. So, now, to see him come back fighting, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe you know what I think my thing is with Floyd? I know him. So, like, me knowing him, I know that he just loved boxing too much.
Shakur Stevenson has defended Floyd Mayweather, arguing that even if the boxing legend is facing financial challenges, his circumstances are far different from those of the average person. Stevenson noted that Floyd accumulated extraordinary wealth throughout his career, meaning that what appears to be financial trouble could still represent a level of wealth beyond what most people will ever achieve.
Probably even gonna ever say it that, like, what it is. But like me talking to him, like I done sat on the phone with Floyd for hours. And in conversation, I just realized, like, yo, this dude is just, he like in love with boxing. Like, he's obsessed with boxing. So like, he probably just can't hang the gloves up. Like, he can't let it go.
He really did.
He can't let it go.
Kept doing with the exhibitions.
Yeah.
He never really did. He'll take a break where you don't see him, but then he back in the gym. It's just crazy, like, thinking of Floyd being 50, having to go to the gym and spar 3 days a week, bro. That sounds crazy.
I mean, it look like he doing it well, though. Like, even when I watch the videos, I'm like, man, this don't look like no 50-year-old fighter to me. Like, it looked like a guy that, I ain't gonna say in his prime, but he look like in his 40s.
That's the thing. Floyd past his prime is better than a lot of guys in their prime. That's the thing, because he just knows so much.
Too much, yes.
Been on too many big stages, so that's...
Stevenson has also pushed back against the idea that Floyd's continued involvement in boxing is proof of financial struggles. He believes Mayweather remains active because of his passion for the sport and his desire to stay connected to boxing. Through exhibitions and public appearances, Floyd continues to attract massive attention and generate significant revenue, giving him plenty of reasons to remain involved beyond financial necessity.